This is Jamil Curry of Aravaipa Running, and this is the 2017 Black Canyon Ultras Race Briefing. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope this will be an informative piece of content that will help make your experience in Arizona the best possible it can be. This online briefing will be a supplement to the participant guide posted on the Black Canyon Ultras website, which we encourage you to read in its entirety prior to race day. If you do have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us by email, phone, or by commenting on this video. We'll be answering them over the course of the upcoming week. From all of us at Aravaipa Running, we want to give you a warm welcome to the 4th edition of the Black Canyon Ultras. We've come a long way in a short amount of time and are extremely excited to have you join us on what is quickly becoming one of the most sought-after ultras in the Southwest. It is a dream come true to share the beauty of our state and the Black Canyon National Recreation Trail with all of you. With the large amount of rainfall over the past couple months, the creeks are flowing and the desert has been painted green with grass and new growth. It's really going to be spectacular out there. Let's start with a recognition of our sponsors for this year, and then we will move on to important race day information. The presenting sponsor of the 2017 Black Canyon Ultras is Ultra Running. We want to thank them for their support of this event and all of our athletes this year. Let us know in the comments of this video which pair of Ultra shoes you'll be wearing on race day. Squirrel's Nut Butter is continuing as a sponsor this year as well. Their homemade anti-chafe salve is made locally in Flagstaff, Arizona by Chris Thornley and his family. They'll also be out on course at the Bumblebee aid station serving not just salve, but plenty of ice, water, and other goodies. Say hi to them as you pass through. Finally, we have Moss Karima, a new local Arizona company bringing real food nutrition from the Copper Canyons to our race here at Black Canyon. They will have their signature Corimalita Heritage Pinole Bites at all aid stations. I'm seriously addicted to these things. The 100K race is a qualifier for the 2018 Western States 100 lottery as long as you finish the entire course under the 17-hour cutoff. For those of you at the front of the pack, we are also pleased to announce that this will be the third race in the Ultra Golden Ticket Race series. The top 2 men and women finishers of the 100K will earn an automatic spot in the 2017 Western States 100. Last year, Sage Canaday, Charlie Ware, Amy Sproston, and Denise Barasa earned their golden tickets at this very race. The 100K is also worth 4 points on the International Trail Runner Association, or ITRA, points list and can be used for UTMB qualification. The U60K is worth 3 points. For those of you sharing your experience race week, please use the hashtags #BCT100K or #BCT60K on social channels. We'll be live tweeting on race day from our @Aravaipa Running Twitter handle, so stay locked onto that for updates throughout the day. Follow us on Snapchat for updates through Black Canyon City and the 60K finish line. Race day results from key checkpoints will also be updated depending on cell coverage via Ultra Signup. We will have live checkpoints at Bumblebee, Black Canyon City, Table Mesa, and the finish lines so you can keep track of those top runners or your favorite athlete. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, weather. If you joined us on any of the previous 3 editions of this race, you know it can get hella hot out there. We saw record temperatures last year approaching 90 degrees. We've been keeping a close eye on this year's forecast, and as of 1 week out, things are looking somewhat promising. The low temperature for the start line in Spring Valley is around 36 degrees. That's about 4,000 feet, but things warm up quickly as you descend off the mesa. The current forecast high in Phoenix that day, which is the finish line, is 69 degrees with clouds and 30% possibility of rain. Keep in mind that many of you who are out-of-towners, the possibility of partly sunny skies that could reach into the 70s will feel hot. We still recommend at least 2 water bottles or a hydration pack for almost all runners. After all, this is the desert. We've seen quite a few heat-related illnesses at this race over the past few years, and it's the biggest reason people drop out and do not finish. Come prepared and you will have a much better chance of a successful race. Our weekend festivities kick off Friday afternoon at the Hampton Inn Phoenix Anthem at our Race Expo and Bib Pickup. It will take place from 2 to 6 p.m. You can pick up your bib, shirt, shuttle ticket, last-minute supplies and merchandise from our Aravaipa shop, as well as visit and interact with our sponsors. This is also the site of our host hotel. Bib pickup will also be available race morning in the Mayer High School Gymnasium across from the start line, beginning at 6 a.m. And I have right here what each race bib looks like. The 100K will be blue and numbered from 1 to 415. The 60K bibs will be orange and numbered from 601 to 650. Bib numbers are now posted online at Ultra Signup. There will be a timing chip attached to the back of your bib. Please wear your race bib on the front of your shirt or shorts with the number clearly visible for the entire race. Radio volunteers will be checking you in to all aid stations. Just as a side note, we do have emergency race numbers on each bib in case you run into problems. Race morning logistics and shuttle buses. Both races start with a lap on the Mayer High School track and then wind their way through the small town of Spring Valley before hitting the Black Canyon Trail. The 100K starts at 7 a.m. just before sunrise. It will be light enough to see without a light, and the 60K will begin at 8 a.m. For those of you who purchase tickets for the shuttle bus, you can pick them up Friday night at the Hampton Inn, or just show up race morning to receive your ticket and get on the bus. 100K runners will park in the northwest corner of the Anthem Outlet Mall parking lot. We'll put an image up on the screen right now. 4 school buses will arrive before 5 a.m. and leave promptly at 5:10 a.m. to head directly to Mayer High School. We recommend arriving at 4:45 a.m. 60K runners will park adjacent to Rock Springs Cafe at Rock Springs Village parking lot, not at the Black Canyon City Trailhead, as we've moved the finish line slightly this year. The 2 60K buses will leave promptly at 6:30 a.m. We recommend arriving at 6:10 a.m. If you still need to purchase a shuttle ticket, you may do so at bib pickup Friday or race morning from an Aravaipa staff member checking for tickets at each bus. They are $10 each. While 60K runners will finish right at their vehicles, 100K runners will be shuttled from the 100K finish line at Henry Henderson Trailhead back to Anthem. Shuttle vans will run from 3 p.m. until 3:30 a.m. When you arrive at Mayer High School race morning, place your drop bags in the appropriate piles outside of the gym. We will be transporting drop bags to Hidden Treasure, Gloriana, Black Canyon City, Table Mesa, and Emory Henderson. Please keep your drop bags no larger than a drawstring shoe bag, as we'll be transporting close to 500 of these. We ask you clearly label your name, the aid station location, and bib number large on the outside of your drop bag so we ensure it gets to the correct aid station. New this year, if you would like your drop bag transported to the finish line sooner than when the aid station breaks down, you will need to personally place your drop bag in the clearly marked area for discarded drop bags at each respective aid station. We'll periodically bring the bags in the discard pile to your finish line, either 60K or 100K, throughout the race. If you do not do that, the bags will be brought back to the finish when that aid station shuts down. There will be restrooms inside the gymnasium race morning, as well as breakfast items and bib pickup. We will gather 15 minutes prior to the start of each race outside on the track adjacent to the gym before we get going. Your crew is welcome to meet you at the start, Antelope Mesa Aid Station, Hidden Treasure, Bumblebee, Black Canyon, City, Table Mesa, and Emory Henderson aid stations. We do have a few rules for crew that we ask that you follow to keep everyone safe and our permit intact. New this year, and very important, we ask that all crew leaving the start at Mayer High School, heading to Antelope Mesa Aid, head back out on the I-17 freeway and not drive through Spring Valley on the race course. This is a faster and easier way, and it will not compromise the runners on the race course. Take the Bloody Basin, exit 259, and head towards Crown King. After 3.4 miles, turn left on Antelope Creek Road, and the aid station will be shortly thereafter on top of the hill. Very important. All crews at the first 3 aid stations must park on the right side of the road, either before or after the aid station, heading in the southbound direction. It's critical that we keep the road clear for through traffic. There will be a Yavapai County Sheriff at all aid stations, as the race course does cross the same road that crews will be driving on at the first 4 aid station locations. Please be mindful. Course markings. The route is generally signed with permanent Black Canyon Trail signs, but we will also have our signature orange and black polka dot ribbons, as well as yellow trail signs with arrows marking the route. If you see wrong way signs, such as this, or our white and blue checkerboard, please don't go that way. Past the Soap Creek aid station, we will also have reflective markers for night. A few things to note. There will be several creek crossings on race day. We'll do our best to mark these areas extra well. The rivers have been running slightly higher than normal, so you'll be likely up to your knees in water. Listen up for this next note, as it's very important. There is one major out and back section on the 100K course leading down to Black Canyon City at mile 36. It's imperative that all 100K runners go down and check into Black Canyon City Aid and then return back up the same way before continuing southbound. If you fail to check into the Black Canyon City Aid station, you will be disqualified from the event. There's also a very short out and back to Table Mesa Aid, only about 50 yards at mile 51 that you want to keep an eye out for. We'll have portable restrooms set up at Hidden Treasure, Bumblebee, Gloriana, Black Canyon City, and Table Mesa Aid stations. Pacers in the 100K are permitted beginning at Black Canyon City, mile 37 through the finish, or starting at Table Mesa, mile 51. No muling is permitted. Runners must carry all their own supplies, water, and food for the duration of the race. A note about the Black Canyon City Aid Station for crews and runners. We were forced to move the aid station from Black Canyon City Trailhead approximately a third of a mile to the Rock Springs Village dirt parking lot to accommodate the growth in field size this year. So for you runners, you'll have to run slightly further. So what can you expect at aid stations? We'll have Gatorade, S-Caps for electrolyte replacement, as well as a vast array of sweet and salty snacks, as well as ice and water, of course. Candy, fruit, soda, pretzels, chips, bean roll-ups, peanut butter and jelly, potatoes. More substantial food as well as warm food will be available at Black Canyon City, Table Mesa, and the finish. And don't forget to try those Korimalite bites. Just a reminder that we as trail runners should strive to leave no trace when we are out running, so please dispose of any trash that you have at aid stations. If you must drop from the event, you must check in with radio volunteers at that aid station. They will typically be wearing a bright yellow shirt, and they will have, a radio in their hand. We do not want to be searching for you at 2 a.m. when you're already back in your hotel room. For those 100K finishers, you will earn this belt buckle, while 60K runners will get a pint glass at their finish. All finishers will get an included free Freak Brothers wood-fired pizza available only at the 100K finish line. They will be there all day and night and will also be selling to crews and spectators. If you still have some life left in your post-race legs and are looking for a local cowboy bar, there will be a group heading to the Roadrunner just 3 miles east of the finish line and on the other side of the I-17. Jubilee will be kicking things off there around 8:30 p.m., and I've heard they have bull riding on Saturday nights. If you do it, be sure to use those hashtags BCT100K or BCT60K. Thanks for tuning in for the tour of our race briefing, and we'll see you this weekend. One more quick note, we just got these really awesome reusable cups in, and we will be selling them at our expo for, I believe, $5 each plus tax. They're silicone, you can crunch them down, they pop back into place, and they're a great option to help reduce the trash out on the course. So that's all we have today, and looking forward to seeing you guys.